Check one. All right. So I didn't really have a topic today, but um, I guess I can just talk about what's kind of expected in this journey and not to be afraid, right? To create a timeline. We're going to break the rules. We're really going to break them hard, right? 99% of all the people out there will tell you, of course, don't create any sort of timeline because that brings up more pressure, right? Just like you're not supposed to compare yourself to others, right? Because that brings pressure, that'll bring doubt, right? I've been through that. So, yeah, today's topic is comparing yourself to others and creating a timeline. So, why is it that people might say, right? Well, I broke the rules everywhere, actually. I broke them with being hard on myself, right? I'm going to write this down. I was very hard on myself. I created timelines. I probably had like three of them, right? And when I used to do my visuals, I used to imagine timelines and set goals and imagine certain timelines. And I compared myself to others. So the negative things about all these three things, right? So being hard on yourself puts a lot of pressure on yourself, and that brings the survival state up. And when the survival state up, right, when it goes up, you get more symptoms, more alarms, right? You feel more activated. But then again, for me, it was worth it because it made sure, right, that I stuck to the journey. I stuck to my routine ish, right? Every day, I did the work. This was my way of being disciplined and not falling into the cracks of giving up, right? Yes, it activated me. It made my symptoms worse, but it paid off in the long run, right? So creating timelines. Why you shouldn't create timelines. And when you create timelines, you could put pressure on yourself and have unrealistic expectations. And when you don't meet them, you feel like a failure, right? You get more doubt. You feel like you're a special case, right? And you, when you're faced with that, right? Like 2 years, oh my God, I only still have five foods. What's going on, right? Then you give up. It deflates you, right? I had that where it's like, okay, it's been 2 years and I still fucking man, I had 20 foods, now I'm back to five. What's going on, right? Comparing yourself to others, and and that's the last one. Comparing yourself to others. I used to compare myself to others and feel pissed off because I thought life was unfair that they were able to eat the pizza and they were doing it for three months, living life out in the beach, right? Going, yeah, man. And there it shows them eating the pizza. They're happy and everybody's congratulating them. And I was like bitter. I was like, this isn't fair. I'm 2 years in. I still can't eat the pizza. Right. So in one way, it's not good. But in another way, it created a bit of a something for me to reach. Right. And yeah, I was upset. There was a lot of pressure. Sure, I got some setbacks, a little bit of doubt. But then I'm like, no, man, I'm going to do this. You know what? Maybe there's something I can improve. Maybe there's something, right? And I'm going to, you know what? I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going no matter what. And eventually I did get all my foods back. And I think, in comparison, that guy who only went through this journey for 3 to 6 months and then they go live life, right? They usually come back. Me, it took me 3 years and I learned it. I took the long way and I fully learned it, right? My journey was something where I actually absorbed something and I learned something that was powerful. With them, it was just a waste of time. They're going to have to come back and learn it again and really learn it, right? Timelines, same thing. I set these timelines and guess what? I was able to reach that timeline pretty accurately. I was probably 95% right on it. Right in the beginning of my journey, I did a timeline, long timeline, and in the middle, and it was usually right. I'm like in the beginning, I was like, man, fuck, how did I know that? How did I right? And I had a long one that had different years, different months in between, and I would have like, you should be able to eat this here, you should be able to do this, you should be, in recovery here, and you should be able to get a new job here. You created this business, you're gonna do that, blah blah blah. You're gonna be. I had different stages of recovery. I'm like, you're right now, you're gonna be for the next year and a half, blah blah blah. Stage one, then it's gonna be stage two, and then eventually, blah 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 blah. And then in 3 years, 5 years, you'll be at stage four, and it's gonna be incredible. And then, right, I would actually rehearse that in my visuals. What else did I? I would do this weird. You're gonna think this is weird. I would do this weird noise that would represent my state of fight or flight. Right, I'd be out walking. I'd be out in the snow, right? With I think it was with my senior dog, and also by myself because she couldn't walk too far. And I would make this noise of, okay, this is the sound of the state of fight or flight that I'm in. I'm in a war zone. This is the sound. It goes right. So right now I'm in. And if I continue on this journey, in a year from now, I should be at right. It's not as much, but it's still it's still fight or flighty. And 2.5 year mark, I should be at the 3 year mark. I should be at like right? And then after that should be close to recovery. Let's fast. Let's keep going. The 4th year, I should be like, boom, 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 right? Calm, chill. I'm like, okay, at the 5th year, it should be like, right? I'm like, it should be just the natural sounds of right now, like this sound. Right? And I used to do that with my visuals maybe once a month. Right? I would just go, and then, and then, and then, and it really gives you that feeling of where you're at and where you want to be, and it really makes sense, right? You really sit in it, you really understand it that way when you describe it with sounds, right? Hey, fucking do that too. Make a timeline. I know we're breaking the rules. We shouldn't. Oh my god, that's too much pressure. That's too much, right? Yeah, fuck it. If you don't meet it, we already know ahead of time it might not be realistic, but I really do believe, even if you have a timeline, you're setting goals with yourself, your brain's getting prepared. It's got a bit of a path to follow. And even if you don't match it, I think you'll still move forward more than if you were to have nothing. And I think that's worth it. Right? So don't poo-poo on the whole creating a timeline. Sure, it might bring a little pressure. You might be a little bit elevated. So what? It pays off. Just the same as when you're hard on yourself. Yeah, you'll get more symptoms. You get more activated. So what? We're activated anyway, right? This is also more opportunities if we get activated to allow and to move through, right? More shit for us to empty and dissolve, right? Let's do it. You guys ready? Drop by drop. That was shit. Not very good. I gotta get a bigger one. Maybe. There we go. I could do better. But do you see what I'm saying, though? Yeah, you get activated. Yeah, there's more pressure. Yeah, you get more symptoms. But it pays off. All three of these scenarios pay off in the long run, right? Being hard on yourself, it makes sure that you stay on track. Creating a timeline sets you, right? You get prepared, you follow it, and you compare yourself to others, right? It might piss you off a little bit. You might feel it's a little unfair, but it make you go, yeah, fuck it. You know, I'm going to double down and fucking show these people. Even though I was supposed to be grateful and happy for them, right? To be honest, I wasn't, right? I know maybe that's immature of me. Maybe I'm a bit of a dick. Maybe there's something, right? But I was like, that's not fair. Fuck you, you fucking. People are like, oh my god, congratulate. I'm so happy for you. I'm like, I'm not. What a fucking. Right? I know, horrible. Judge me, whatever. Eating all the pizza with pictures of him eating pizza on the beach. Meanwhile, meanwhile back at the ranch, I can't even look at a fucking tomato without breaking out and having the fucking diarrhea and the farts, stinky farts. Brutal. Like I was dreaming of having a pizza and just enjoying tomato. And I still couldn't. I was still dealing with the judgment of the in-laws and friends and people. I wanted it to be over. I was like, fuck this, man. I just need to be fucking. Then this guy comes out of nowhere, comes out of left field, starts pounding back pizzas like it was nothing. Right? Starts pounding back all these foods like left and left. Like, what the hell's going on? Not fair. Bullshit. Whatever. So I kept going on. You know what? Now that I think about it, because of that, it made me really focus on it. It made me really go, yeah. No. I'm doing this. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep, right? It gives you a bit of a target, right? It motivates you to, yeah. But I was already doing everything. I was already fucking pretty motivated. I was pretty disciplined, right? So it just puts a fire in your ass a little bit. And we need that. Because this whole journey is overwhelming. So you need a refresher, a little bit of a, high five. Are you going to do this or what? Are we going to do this? Right? So it's okay to break the rules because I did. And sometimes I find that going against the grain of what everybody tells you, everybody's too much on an easy street. Everybody's too much like, it's okay, just take a break, self-soothe. No, you go ahead. Go ahead, rub your shoulders. Take 5 days off. Right? Lay in the couch, get some comfy blankets. Right? It's okay. You don't need to. That's your best. That's not good enough, man. That's not going to get you to recovery. So I might seem a little heartless, a bit of a dick, but that's what I did. Right? And I think a lot of these people, right, that they're enabling you to be half-assed, and that's not right. I want people to push forward. Right? Yeah, you'll be a little bit hard on yourself. Yeah, you might. Hey, you'll find out. If it's too much, just pull back. At the end of the day, you're the one in control. You're the mindful gardener. You're the guide. Right? This is what I teach is I just want people to take it and use it in your situation. Right? But at the same time, I don't want people to be wishy-washy and too light on themselves. And, here, but so-and-so said to take it easy. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking, they're enabling me and they tap out. They tap out so easily. And I want people to have some movement forward. And even if you fuck up and you crash a little bit and you have it feels like it's a setback and you're still learning. You're still going to move forward. Right? So, yeah, I might be a little bit harsh, a little bit pushy, but that's how I was, and that's what I needed. And I want everybody else to get their lives back. So, right, we go against the rules. We'll go against the norms. We break the rules. Fuck them, right? We're gonna do things differently. And at the end of the day, you can always adjust and go, yeah, that's not gonna work for me. I really did try it. Okay, let off a little bit. but don't be, don't really give up. Don't be like, because what happens is if you take it easy too many times, you start to the brain resorts back to the old programming, and then you get back onto the old gerbil wheel. I don't want that. So I want to have a consistent push forward where you're going to get activated. The norm is making exorcisms jealous. That's the norm, right? And just keep going. Just keep going. No matter what, if you stick to it, don't give up. Don't give up. Right? If you don't give up, you will make it to the other side. You will thrive. You will recover and thrive. We're not here just to recover. We're here to thrive. So go ahead. Make that timeline. Compare yourself to others, right? Call them names. Go, you're just a fucking, yeah, right. Yeah, good luck. You're going to be a setback. I hope you have a setback. 3, 2, setback. I knew it. It was all bullshit. It was all, they're just looking for attention. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're probably lying. They're probably not even recovered. Fuck them. Fuck them, right? Go ahead. Do that, right? What else is there? Oh, yeah, be hard on yourself. I invite you to be hard on yourself, within reason, right? Within reason. But actually, it's not within reason if you think about it. If you compare yourself to a normal person, if they were in your shoes for, right, forcefully, if they were in your shoes for a month in your body, on the days that you take it easy for them, it would be a hellhole. It would be a fucking nightmare. So our level of difficult, right? We're what do you call that when you're desensitized, but you have, somebody tell me in the comments what that word is. Sometimes I can't. I know the word troll. I know the word troll today. Troll. Somebody said toilet. Troll toilet. Where's the guy? Maybe he's here. So I know the word troll. What's the word I'm looking for? When you have not tenacity, when you're because you've been hitting, you've been hit by blows and you're just tougher and you're just more resilient. Let's see if anybody. Nobody said resilient. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Oh my God, whatever. All right. So today's Sunday. A couple of things I wanted to announce. I am filming like crazy. I will be probably starting to put out normal content probably in the first week of November. Right now we're just we're bringing the algorithm down, having a little bit of quiet cleanse. I'm just going live to hang out with you guys. I'm going to keep this schedule going for as long as I can. I love it. I like it. I like hanging out with you. Brings us together, right? What else is there? Yeah, so November, maybe the 10th, I will start pushing out videos. And then I'm building a new website, new setup, updating everything. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be, more bells and whistles. It's going to work more efficiently because the website that I'm using now, that's clunky. There's a lot of problems with it. So I'm excited to have something that works really well. Hopefully, I'm sure in the beginning there's going to be some bugs. And my goal in the new year is to have, there'll be Zoom classes program, which will include a bunch of courses with different things like food sensitivities, mast cell activation syndrome, anxiety, OCD, pelvic floor pain, multiple chemical sensitivity, right? Those will all be also included. What else? I am really excited. My wife is being trained to do sound bath. The bowls, right? So she's going to be doing that also in the membership, but that won't be till like February, March. I'm thinking March, right? I got to buy a professional camera to record this shit. So we're going to offer that in the membership. We're going to be offering yoga, elevating classes, and meditations, right? So it's going to be everything to support you, to elevate, do your visuals, right? To relax, have some fun, have a community. Go, okay, Sarah, I'm going to see you in Elevate. Okay, I'll see you there. Are you going to be at the sound bowl session? Okay, yeah, I'll be there. I'll see ya. Right? I want it to be a community thing where everybody joins, right? And yeah, we offer that, and I'll be there. Right? If you want to be in classes with me, I'll be there to help to support you to become your own guide, your own mindful gardener, and teach you the pillars and all the ins and outs about the allow method, right? All the day-to-day bullshit. And I'm also going to bring it here. And my content, my free content, and here, right? I'm going to be constantly trying to teach this and motivate people. It'll be every day. Sometimes I'll have 2 videos a day plus go live. This is going to be insane. So I hope you're excited like I am. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I really appreciate all the support I've been getting. Love you guys. Let's say hi to some people. Angela, good topic, right? Yeah, I think it's a good topic. And you know what? I'm going to do separate videos about it. Because I just kind of covered it kind of like quickly. So topic, I'm going to cover that. It's going to be good times. Hey, Mathis. So how long have you been live today, Helmut? Looks like it's already nearly over and it's only past. Nope. I went 5 o'clock. So I go 5 o'clock on Sundays and Fridays. Mondays and Wednesdays I go at 11 a.m. So I'll be back tomorrow, right? I am also excited because I'm going to get a little TV here and then I have my logo on there. I saw some podcasts, that's what they do. Because I'm like, this looks, right? It looks kind of, so wouldn't it be cool if I had a little TV? I have one upstairs. I'll just put it at the background and I know my head will cover most of it, but I think it'll look more professional. What do you say? Okay, good. We got the trolls today. Let this be an opportunity, everybody. Right? To get a little, that's not good enough. That's not triggery enough, but allow it. I got to the place I could eat pizza again too. Indulged, enjoyed, don't really want it anymore now. Good. You enjoyed it. Have it again and maybe in a year. You'll enjoy it like it's all new again. 21 months, still struggling. I hear ya. For me, it was all the way. But with the food, man, it was right up to the end. Right? And then eventually, all the gut pains, the gases, the stabbing pains were gone. I got my freedom back. And it was crazy because in the beginning of my journey, I remember YouTubing IBS and all the other crazy symptoms that I had too, all the gut issues. Of course, there's ulcerative colitis and all the other ones. But I remember the IBS search that I did, and I found a couple of women that have like a whole huge channel. And they talk about how they managed their IBS. And they've had these channels for like a couple of years, right? And big following. And I was like, okay, so because this is a period when I was having my gut issues, I was kind of like compromising with myself, going, okay, what's the worst case scenario? I can just live with this shit, right? This is when I started the mind body thing, but I was still not convinced. I still had my doubts. So I said, okay, what's the worst case scenario, right? She's living a life. She's married. She works, right? She does these little hacks that help her, right? And then, fast forward 3 years later, this is what I did. I revisited half of the groups I was in, and then I checked her videos, and I was like, oh man, she's still in this different reality. I feel so fucking grateful. This is unbelievable. I'm free of this shit. Totally free. No supplements, no special, routines or life hacks to get relief. Nothing. I'm like, nothing. I'm like back to fucking spec, fucking blueprint, fucking, right? Reset factory, reset. Right? And then I went, man, it's quite a fucking shock. When you go back, I gotta remind myself. Make a video about going back to the forums, YouTubes, and Facebook groups. Because yeah, I remember going back and I was like, oh, because I forgot a lot of half of this stuff, right? And I remember going back and going, oh shit, people are still. Oh, I remember that protocol, and people are. And then the comments section would be like, yeah, just take 5 milliliters of blah 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 and then before you do that, make sure you get activated charcoal with a little bit of heat. Yep, I use blah 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 brand. I use blah 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 brand, right? I was like, it was like a flashback. I was like, whoa, it feels like yesterday. I bought into all this shit. I'm like, look at all the people. You click to the how many 40,000 people in this fucking group that are living this different reality. Oh man, that's gonna be a good video. Oh man, because it you feel so good and so happy that you got to the finish line and that this is it. I'm like, man, did we discover something fucking insane? Then I think maybe this was always like this, but we've been just brainwashed to think something totally different. And I'm like, it's crazy how much we can get programmed to think something that's not true. Right? I'm like, shit, the knowledge that I have right now is fucking powerful. But the only thing is, it's also a bit of torture. You're torturing yourself trying to get this information out because people think you're just a fucking idiot. Family members, friends, they just don't get it. And especially when you tell them, hey, it's not the food. Go, what do you mean it's not the food? Why is it when I have that food, I get the reaction? So it is the food. Okay, this guy's a dummy. This guy sounds like one of those hippies. Yeah, you can't just think your way out. You can't just, it's the environment. It's the, right? It's like, no, you don't get it though. Yeah, I know. I sound like an average Joe because I am, so I don't sound scientific-y. So I don't have that going for me. So it makes it double hard because every third word is like, no, dude, fuck, man. No, you got to, no, listen to me. Trust me when I say, no, trust, no, I had, right? So that doesn't help me because I say everything so next door neighborly, right? So it makes my mission even more difficult. It's like, dude, I got this, and I'm not there. There's other people that have this knowledge because they went through this journey, right? But there's not a lot. If you think about it, yeah, we're in the mind body space. We're constantly reminded. We think it's bigger than it really is because it's not. If you think about it, all these billions of people on the planet, right? Just look at Google, look at the landscape. Not many people. I would say 1% of the, not even 0.05% of the planet knows about what you're learning right now. And my mission is to fucking bring awareness to this and be convincing. Fuck. So I might have to swear a little bit more, and I might have to go listen. Yeah, I know I look like the guy next door. You know, and I have 2 dogs. I wear a toque that's got fuzzies on it. I say shit. I swear, every half hour, probably more. And I don't sound very complex, right? So it makes my mission a little bit more difficult. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe my average Joe thing actually helps people go, no, oh my God, he's just like me. He did it, so I can do it, right? Maybe that's what, maybe my higher self's like, oh, hold on, don't be so, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's not, no, dude. No. No, we got this choreographed perfectly. Just shut up. Listen, just go, keep going. No. It's gonna, people are gonna be aware. But you get it. It's a challenge, right? Anyway, yeah. I don't even know what the fuck I was supposed to answer. Computer fast repair. What's up, brother? Yep. Keep it gentle with yourself, y'all. Yeah, a little gentleness is good. A little, but you can be hard on yourself a little bit. Yeah, go ahead. Traveler. Hey, how's it going, bro? Did you seriously push down a blind girl at Walmart yesterday? Allow it. A blind girl. How would I know? How did you know she's blind? at a Walmart. Hey, how did you know? Derek, I do make a mean steak. It's so true. I can. I actually did today. My barbecue's fucked, right? It's all rotten. It's actually it's in the backyard on its back, kind of fuck. Like I was like, do I buy a barbecue now? They're probably half price. No, I'm gonna wait. Maybe next month, right? So I've been pan frying them, and it's great, right? Because all the juices stay in there. You finish it off with butter, and you salt flakes on top. Beautiful. Felix, your voice is so nice, man. Thank you. Thank you. I like your accent. Patty, I hate. I'm gonna try to sound like the people's names, okay? For fun. I hate listening to recovery stories too because they heal so freaking quickly. Yeah, totally. I know it's not fair, but guess what? The people that take longer, you're forced, right? You're forced to learn this shit second by second, and you're gonna be a fucking pro. Where these people are gonna have no fucking clue how they got there, right? That's like half of the fucking coaches in DNRS that I saw didn't even know. They were just. I don't even think they're fully recovered, but they kind of got there. I think they were symptoms were turning off, but they still had far to go. And I think it was Serenity now, Insanity later, and a little bit of that, right? So, and they couldn't explain nothing to you. They're just like, no, you just have to redirect. Yeah, but wouldn't that do this? Blah 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 blah. Just redirect, okay? Just redirect. Okay, I have gut problems. Did you do anything to fix? Yeah, I did. I went to a naturopath and they gave me, because I have like an overgrowth. I have an overgrowth, a yeast overgrowth. So then I saw, and then he helped me with the SIBO. I had help. I'm like, so you didn't use the mind brain fucking methods? I think so. I think that'll work for you. They had no fucking idea. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Um, so it's good that it takes as long as it takes because you're doing it right, right? You're doing it right. Anne Marie, hey from the UK. Great as always. Helmut, experience multiple times a day this anxiety drop in my chest. Good. Feel it, allow it, let it dissolve. Same feeling you can experience in your tummy. Did you ever feel this 21 months of anxiety? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember I had one flare. Um, I had a food sensitivity flare that lasted 8 months. And then I had an OCD anxiety that was relentless for 2 years. 2 years. Solid, looping every 3 minutes, 2 minutes, looping constantly, right? So, yeah, join the club. This is exactly it. This is your new experience. This is your new normal every day, right? Allow it. This is why I say OCD, anxiety, is the ultimate teacher, right? After this, you're gonna have transferable skills right, that'll help you for life. 1000%. Serve you for life. The word serve. The word serve. I was looking for jealousy. Can be inspiring, so can anger, right? Use it as fuel to fucking push yourself forward, right? Fuck them. Fuck these people. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, right, whatever. If it catapults you forward, fuck him. Use it. And I'm getting results without a schedule, though. Hey, are you doing the pillars somewhat? With me, my schedule was ish. I did it every day, right? I had a calendar. I had stickers. I had post-it notes, right? So, yeah, I was pretty strict, but I was a different type of strict. I made sure that I did the work every day, and it usually fell near the same time. It could be off by a half hour, sometimes an hour. And if I had to do a special thing or, you know, something changed in my day, I would just figure it out, make up for it, and it was good. Stoich. Thank you, Helmut. I appreciate that you make me laugh because some days are very challenging. Yes, that's my goal. Is to make these serious, scary things not so serious and scary because I've been through them and I know how serious and scary they seem. Say that 3 times fast. Serious and scary seem when they serious. Okay. So I want to bring it down 10 notches so that you move through it quicker. right? You are trained in sound bath healing. I love it. Okay. Do I have questions about that? Yeah, she's being trained in February. It's like a couple of weekends. It's all on the weekends. And um, after that, she wants to just practice. And I'm like, you know what you got to do? Get the training and just do it. Do it. After a year, you'll be at a different place. The way you get better is by doing it. Don't you agree, Lydia? Right. Art class, painting and drawing. Hey, that's a good way to elevate, right? Well, once you're recovered, reach out to me. We'll do that. Zambia, is that a country? Probably is. No, caught that, Helmut. Nice. I hope I could be brave and join your podcast. I hate to be seen and I'd be in a bed. All right. You are rocking, Helmut. Love it. Everybody's rocking. Okay. So here we go. I cannot go out due to bowel issues and did so much work on the research guidance and spent for yeah, I hear you. Fucking yeah. Patty says I can eat the same foods different times, and sometimes I have stomach issues, and sometimes I don't. It drives me crazy. Yep, that's how it does. It flips it on you. What up, Pimp Jackson? What's going on? Long time, no long time. And you have humor and passion instead of science. Authentic works best in the end. Well, yeah, for me it was everything that I overcame was I had to experience it for myself. Right? I'm running off of just experience and intuition. Right? I bought a bunch of books. Did I read them? I couldn't because it fucking triggered me. Right? I probably spent $1,000 on all these books, all the mind body people. I lent like 5 of them away. I haven't gotten them back. And I would start reading. Who did I read? What's his name? Letting Go by Hawkins, David Hawkins. I read the one chapter about letting go, surrendering, allowing. And I was like, this is fucking brilliant. And then I tried to read more. I was like, okay, I gotta stop reading this. I'm gonna be fucking activated for another week. I couldn't research. So instead, I just took some of the advice from Simona. She's like, look at the ERP therapy and the Dare app. I'm like, okay. And then I tried some of that stuff. And then what else? I became a guinea pig. I experimented. I dove deep into this field and I made a lot of mistakes. I came to a lot of conclusions and interesting aha moments. Also, the downloads helped with that. And yeah, intuitively, I went through this second by second. Everything that I talk about is my experience, nothing else. And the thing is, I'm also a person. I've told this to some other people, right? Some people might recommend some books to me, or yo, you should check this guy's podcast, or you should, this one guy, dude, or she was there. She said a lot like what you said, but she said, right? Even some of the big ones like Dr. Schubiner, or right, I won't read their books. I won't check out their podcasts, maybe once in a while here and there, because I don't want any of that information, even if they're right. Even if everything they say is fucking, and if I'm wrong, even if I'm wrong, right? I'd rather go by my experience and not have it changed. I don't want to ever reflect on a memory and go, okay, what did that guy say? Maybe I should. I don't want to ever have brain farts when I'm trying to express my experience. What is that? Is that a hair? Right? I want to always go by my experience and speak from the heart because that just flows naturally. Right? And I think, I guess I'm going on a bit of a rant. I think that a lot of these mind body doctors and professionals, I think it's great what they're doing because finally it's going in a different direction, right? But all these books that have been recommended by these well-known, mind body people, psychologists, right, doctors, I think for me the first question I have is, have you been through it? And if you have, did you overcome? And how severe was it? Did you overcome? If the answer is no, I've never been through any of that, well then I don't want to read your books. I don't want to read any I don't want to even see your podcast. Because for me, I'll just resort back to my experience. Because that's everything. That's a gift. It's beautiful. And all of you are going to go through the same thing, and you're going to resort to that. And you're going to find, right, a lot of the people that we looked up to, or the mind body people looked up to, you're going to be like, that doesn't resonate. Actually, that doesn't make sense. Actually, what you're saying, no, you actually don't want to do that. You want to actually go a little bit, right? You understand it in a practical way totally differently. And they can't, because how could they? They didn't experience it. How would they know? Right? How would they know? Taking action and living it, and lived it second by second for 3 years makes you a bit of an expert. It makes you an expert, right? And if you've never been through it, how could you ever understand what it's like to have a relentless looping thought? You can't. So anything you say is out the window. Goes right out the fucking window. It doesn't hold anything. Right? You could be the smartest person in the world. If you haven't went through it, I can't hear you. I can't listen to you. Does that make sense? I think it does. Right? If you've never had an anxiety attack that lasted for, 3 months, or a tachycardia where your heart rate won't come down, or, a bloody stool, or it felt like there was a Rambo knife up your ass, or your testicles hurt for a month straight, right? Or derealization. If you've never had the triple PD and the dizziness, if you never experienced that, right? The derealization. If you're talking about derealizations but you never been through it, right? That doesn't make any sense to me. Then how the fuck can you, right? Same thing with all the food sensitivities. There's some people in this space that are giving advice to people about food sensitivities. The first question you gotta ask, right? How many safe foods did you have? Oh no, I'm fine. I never had that. Whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? It'd be like, it'd be like if I had a Lamborghini and the engine, something fucked up in the engine, right? And I ask a plumber. No, a plumber goes, yeah, you probably want to check out the cam, and you need to get an oil change and make sure that the cylinder activation is in line with the. Oh, you're a Lamborghini mechanic? No, man, I'm a plumber. What the fuck, man? But I got a book. Is it about Lamborghinis? Yeah, I talk about Lamborghinis. It's about plumbing, though. But what the fuck are you doing? Right? It doesn't make any. Why? Right? So you hear about people just. They take an educated guess. But guess what? Educated guesses mean fuck all. Mean nothing. You're going to find. All you guys know that. You could, right? It doesn't make any sense if you go, okay, so if this happens and you try this instead. Okay, so like math, you got to kind of like do common sense math. Yeah, common sense stuff. Trying to analyze in this journey, it doesn't work. It doesn't happen. It will never happen, right? The brain will fuck with you so hard, not because it's being an asshole, because it needs to do whatever it needs to do to hijack it to get your fucking attention, because its job is to keep you alive. So it waits for you to think that you figured it out. You're in a flow, right? That's another topic. Flow, then flip, waits in the shadows. Right? There's no reasoning. There's no reason. It makes no sense, right? No sense, man. Because if it made sense, then you could kind of figure it out, and this is common sense. You just do this, and then you'd still be sick, right? No, it has to. wait in the shadow and go, okay, he thinks he's got a good flow, a good pattern going. All right, okay. All right. We're gonna wait 6 months. Okay, he's good. And then we're gonna put everything and flip it upside down. Nothing makes sense anymore. All the patterns that you thought you picked up on, all the times you're like, okay, yeah, no, no, I think I get no. The histamine when the fridge Tuesday I had the hard boiled egg. Then you're analyzing constantly, right? You think you figured it out, and it does a 180. And then what does that happen? What happens when that happens? You get doubt, right? You throw everything against the wall. You think you're a special case. Everything that you had confidence in is shattered. Shattered dreams. Shattered hard. You might as well be smoking shatter. Shatter. While you're shattering fucking windows. Right? Yes. So, yeah, reasoning, common sense, an educated guess. You see, there's a window, out the fucking window. Hard. It's so hard that you want it to come back through the window so you could throw it out that window again. No, you want to have a house full of windows, right? Just so you could throw it out at every window. Go outside, you got get this shit, come back inside the house, throw it out another window. Top stairs, the second floor, throw it out that window. Third story, fucking that window again. Because it doesn't make any, it's irrelevant. Oh, you're educated. Did you go through it? No. Did you go through it? Yeah, I did, man. It was fucking rough. Oh, okay. Are you like a doctor? Are you a scientist? Are you? No, bro. No, I just fucking. All I do is I make cabinets for a living. Now I do anyway. Again. Now I'm working again. Okay, okay. So you're not a doctor or a professional. You never wrote a book? No, man. So you must have done a lot of research to understand this. No, man. No. So what did you have? Dude, I was fucked. I had post-traumatic stress, I had OCD looping thoughts, anxiety intrusive thoughts, mast cell activation syndrome. Oh, cool, man. Do you have like dogs like I do? Yeah, I have dogs. Do you wear like grubby clothing? Do you have like a truck? Yeah, I have a little pickup. How did you know that? Like, I don't know. I just got a vibe. Right? But you went through it. I would rather fucking link on to that guy. I'm like, did you overcome? Oh yeah, I've been good for like 2 years. Yeah. I'm like, well, what did you do? Did you like allow it? You just yeah. That's what I did. I allowed it. I just fucking let it do its thing. The food sensitivities took me a little bit longer. I couldn't allow myself to eat the pizza because then I'd be in a big fucking crash. And you like finish each other's sentences. You'd be and the crash. You'd be in a fucking right. You finish each other's sentences, and you guys high five, right? You're vibing. You're vibing. Right? You get it. It's like, oh man, you have life experience. You fucking get me. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what you were thinking. Were you thinking this was yeah, dude, I was thinking exactly. And then did you ever feel when you did that you were like a special case? Did you feel a special case? The mitochondria, right? You both finish each other's mitochondria sentences and motherfucker gene sentences. Fuck. Yeah. That's what I would latch onto. Right? Not the person that has an educated guess that's never been through it and hasn't recovered, but they've never been through. So, do you recommend, this is another thing that I don't recommend, do you recommend focusing on the present moment as much as possible as a healing tool? No, I don't. And here's the thing. Right? They say, anxiety gets you in the past, right? You start thinking about things in the past that make you freak out, right? And then anxiety will get you start time traveling to the future. Like, oh, what if thoughts? What if I get sick with this? What if I right? And they say just be in the present moment to hide from your thoughts, because right now it's not getting you. Right now it can never get you. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. Anxiety will get you in the past, the future, and right now. It doesn't matter. And the thing is, we shouldn't be limited to being in the present moment, so to speak, figuratively speaking, because it's always the present moment, no matter what it is. But to, generally, right, being in the present moment right? You shouldn't have to have limitations to just be there. How are you gonna live life? Well, I want to be able to remember some shit that happened in the past. I want to explore some of the thoughts of the future and get hijacked without any limitations, right? If you're forcing yourself, here's the nugget for you. Mahalak, I don't know what your name is. Here's a nugget for you, right? If you're forcing yourself to hide from your thoughts by being in the present moment, right? You're resisting. You're hiding from the liger. You're hiding, which reaffirms that yes, we're in danger. Keep the alarms on. What you resist, right? What you resist persists, right? And you're also, right? You're not allowing and feeling what needs to be felt. You're running. You're escaping. You're running from the liger. So don't do that. If you so happen to be there in the present moment, do it because you enjoy it. Because you enjoy walking and looking at the flowers, right? And being present with your dogs. But we're not doing it to get rid of any thought. We're doing it because we enjoy it. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll say hi to a couple more people. Your heart is in the right place. You're not trying to impress. You just show up and, yeah, I just do what I do. I just kind of say what's on my mind. That sometimes gets me in trouble. That's okay. I did DNRS, and the Zoom coach calls were so weird. The leader talked to us like we were in kindergarten. Drove me nuts. I can hear it. I can totally understand that. Right? They sometimes they have weird, like, they kind of like, okay, so what we need to do is need to slowly redirect and distract. Okay, sir, you need to, no, we have to keep it down. You can't talk about symptoms. Okay, okay, Andrea, you're next. You can go ahead. Now you can, right? It's like, and then you got Hopper. Anyway, yes, people love sound baths. Okay, so I'm excited to have that in the membership. Probably not February, March, and people will just chill the fuck out and just hang out in that bath. All right, guys, I am live right now. Right, hopefully, I think it should say I'm live. Saudi, how's it going? New Mexico, PhD pursuing higher dimensions. Love it. Love it. All right, guys, I am going to check you tomorrow. Why don't you guys join me tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time? And come hang out. Let's have a shitload of people hang out, right? Please like, share, and subscribe. And let's see.